Good morning, Bonita Vista Barons. Welcome to the Principal's Monday Morning Message. I have the great honor of having as a guest today one of our newest counselors, Ms. Torres, a proud Bonita Vista High School graduate.
Yes.
So this quarter we're talking about goals, and we've spent a lot of time talking about financial aid, about applying for college, about what you could do to give yourself the widest array of choices when you graduate high school. But in this segment, I really want to talk about those students who maybe didn't get off to the greatest start, students that maybe have gotten some D's or F's or are struggling. And you know, it's one of those things that sometimes you feel overwhelmed, you're like dug yourself in a hole. But Ms. Torres, it would be great if you could kind of give us some advice to those students who find themselves just kind of not really being where they would like to be academically, and what advice would you give those students?
As a student, or former student myself here, I wasn't a straight A student. You will struggle, but you will have to push through every obstacle that you go through. I mean, you are what your circumstances are, and if you really want to get far in life or get far academically, even athletically, you really have to push yourself. And the biggest motivator should be yourself. You should encourage yourself to look beyond high school. High school, for some of you, seems like it's so long, and it really is not that long. 4 years and you're done, and you are on to becoming a legitimate adult, and trying to figure out what that is. It is scary, and sometimes you will go through your ups and downs and hills and valleys, but you really have to just keep pushing yourself in order to get what you want. And the only other person that can do that is within yourself, not with anybody else. Us as counselors, we're there for you to help you, to guide you. Adults are here to guide you, but you should really look beyond just us and think about what you want in the future and how are you going to get there.
It seems like there's such a wide array of options that come after high school, and as we've talked about, four-year college is definitely an option that I think is a good option for so many students. But what do you see as some of the other options out for students, and what can students do now to become more aware of them and to?
Absolutely. So I know we do press for college, 4-year plan, 4 years. Okay. Not everyone is college bound, and we get that. I mean, there are other things that you can do vocationally if you wanted to, look into like auto mechanics, plumbing, those kinds of things, engineering, photography. You don't necessarily have to go to a 4-year university to get those degrees. There's so many options right now. Right now we have Southwestern College or any of the community colleges right now that are offering 2 years for free. You just want to really figure out what it is that you want to do. You don't have to know right away, but you do want to do some research, invest time in looking into things. If you want to be working with animals, then look at specific careers in that area. If you want to work in the ocean, look at that. And that's pretty much about it. I mean, life, you really just have, I did not know what I wanted to do after 2 years into college, and then I kind of figured it out. But you don't necessarily have to go where everybody's going. You will have to figure out what it is you want to do career-wise. But there's so many other options that you can do besides going into a 4-year university.
Thank you. And that's an important message that I think we have to, and I challenge our students, Bonita, talk to 5 adults and ask them that are in their 30s or 40s or 50s, and ask them, did you know what you wanted to do when you were in high school? And what you find out is there's so many adults that really weren't sure, or they ended up doing something different than they thought they would want to do. And the message that I really have is it's about having doors and windows of opportunity ready for you when you leave high school. And the way that you leave those doors open is by, getting A's and B's, by focusing on your schoolwork, but also by becoming aware of careers that are out there. If there's internships, if you could find out more about, what community college options there are, military options, and I personally really believe in the value of a 4-year university right out of high school, but I know that that's not the choice for everyone. But what we really want to do is get you ready. There's a saying that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, with that first step. And whether you're getting straight A's or right now say that you're not getting the best grades, it really begins with what you do today. What you do in talking to your teachers, your counselors, your parents, your administrators, and really what we want to do is to give you these awesome choices, make you aware of what's out there, so that you could go on and live these incredible, purposeful, meaningful lives, and that's what we all want for you. So thank you very much, Ms. Torres. Very wise advice for our students, and I appreciate you being a guest.
Thank you.